Ms. Janvi Ram, Bachelor's in Psychology from KC College, Mumbai, followed by MSc in Clinical Psychology from Manipal University, Jaipur. And she's also certified as queer affirmative counseling psychologist. As a professional, ma'am have vast experience working with clinical population in rehabilitation center, including spectrum of population starting from teenagers to geriatric populations. Currently, she is broadening her horizons by working with children suffering from autism spectrum disorder, cerebral palsy, uh, learning disability, and etc. at Neurogen, brain, and spine. So thank you for joining us today. So can you tell me what are the different forms of ragging and what is exactly ragging is?
Sure. So, ragging is a term that is primarily used when it comes to a campus setup, and it is often used when it comes to school, colleges, something like that. It is more or less like an initiation that the seniors try to interact with the juniors, and they try to onboard them, try to welcome them into the college life or the school life. Sometimes it has laughter connotation to it, joke connotation to it, but it may not necessarily be so. Definitely, there are different types of raggings as well. Like there could be verbal comments, there could be physical aggression, there could be asking someone to dress up like something funny. There could be, in a hostel setup, it could be to ask someone to do some menial chores. And I think worst come to worst, another form could be asking, peer pressuring someone into using alcohol, using drugs, any such substance use. So definitely, like starting up from verbal comments to substance use, it could be a huge spectrum.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So ma'am, how is bullying different from ragging?
So bullying is something that is usually it is a long term process. It keeps happening. It is recurrent in nature. Ragging may or may not be that way. Ragging could also be recurrent, but it may not necessarily be so. It could only be that okay, it's your first year in college, you get onboarded, and okay, ragging done, all done. But bullying is something that if your bully catches hold on to you, you could be bullied for maybe your entire college life. Unfortunately, you could also find bullies in different areas of your life. Like it could be in the playground, it could be in the school, college, it could be in your workplace. Unfortunately, it could also be in your home setup. But ragging is something that is more about the college setup. Another thing is that with ragging, it is like, okay, you are being welcomed into the college life. Welcome, not in a good way, but yeah. And bullying is something that kind of puts a barrier. It tries to exclude you from your social circle because you're bullied so much. Definitely, it could happen due to different reasons. It could be because of your sex, it could be because of gender, the way you choose to dress up, it could be because your caste, class, religion, creed, it could be due to anything, both ragging and bullying. So,
So it has very vast domains and we just cannot have it all in the paper. So ma'am, what are the consequences the individuals face when it comes to these type of situations?
so uh, definitely, you see, if a fresher is just stepping into the college life, they're already so scared, they're so vulnerable to the entire situation. And then on top of that, this fear comes into reality that, the seniors are going to rag me, the seniors are going to bully me. The entire confidence kind of drops in that situation. They could just go back into their shell. They may not want to come back to college because they're so scared of that situation. Even if for the seniors it could just be a means of laughter, but it may not be so for the juniors, right?
Correct.
So we
Yeah.
also need to understand that it is a very stressful situation. Being grabbed or being bullied is a stressful situation. So we also need to understand the physiology of our body in that case. When our body is under stress, our body goes into either fight or flight response. For
Correct.
example, we see a cockroach and we probably just hit it and we move on with our lives. That's fight. And when we probably see a snake, we don't be a hero. We try to run away from that situation. We flight away from there. But when the body is in that fiction, whether we have to fight or we have to flight, when the body is in that fiction constantly, the body is going to get tired. And the body is going to tell you that now I'm tired. And how will it tell you? Because of through different symptoms. Like it could be psychological symptoms, it could be stress, anxiety, depression, anger. It could be behavioral symptoms like being angry, being irritable all the time. Cognitive symptoms like lack of attention, lack of concentration, and definitely a lot of physiological symptoms as well. You could have headache, you could have sleep deprivation, you could have stomach gut issues. It could be anything.
And so far as I understand, it is having both long-term and short-term effects as and when how the individual takes and what is the emotional backup. I feel that sometimes even some individuals are not affected from it, but that is not the right thing to, right, to anybody.
uh, Everyone's physiological makeup, biological, psychological makeup is different. You know, some people may get affected, some people may not get affected. There are always individual differences with everything.
Very good. Shubham, can you share certain experiences from your cases so that we can draw more insights into that?
So I may not necessarily be able to pick out from my own cases because, of course,
Yeah.
due to ethical reasons. But I would definitely like to say that this is definitely, it is real. It happens to each and every one of us. You know, being affected by these instances, it can happen, and if and when it happens, please do approach the right professional for it. Approach the authorities for it. It is needed, right? We cannot say that okay, I'll just get over it. Maybe some people may get over it, some people may need some external help for it. So yeah, that is all that I can say in this part.
It's definitely very much gruesome, and we must all make sure that it should be condemned at all costs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, ma'am, can you tell me that why is this ragging and bullying, etc., is so much prevalent in our society? Like, we know that this is the thing which are not to like we should not do certain things. Like, if anybody says that you are wearing this color, it's not suiting you or something like that, it is absolutely not going to please the other individuals. And why are we having this particular issues so much if in our society?
So I think the very first need is it's rooted right into the human need of superiority, of showing dominance onto somebody, that you know I am superior to you, or maybe just telling them that this is my college and you're just, you know, you're new over here and I'm going to show you what this world is about. Number one could be that, showing superiority. Number two, and I think this is the most important one, where the social media presence of this topic is just it's just given out as so acceptable. You know, when we talk about such pop culture movies like Munna Bhai MBBS or like Three Idiots, they've just made it look so acceptable, so fun, and just like it is something that is going to be super fun in the college life. But no, that is not true, right? That is not how it is. Like in Munna Bhai MBBS, when we saw Sanjay Dutt get on that stage, he was enjoying it and he was okay. But did we see that how his roommate was not comfortable and he did not want to get onto that stage? So I think those minute details are something that have to be highlighted. I think that is where something that is what is pushing this particular behavior in seniors and juniors. And I think one of the most important one is that how seniors, I bet all of us must have heard this line from all of our seniors that ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है, ये हम हमारे सीनियर्स ने हमारे साथ पता नहीं क्या क्या किया था, हम तो तुम्हारे साथ कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं. But that is not how it is, right? Like if your seniors have done something bad to you, or if you've been at the receiving end for it, why do you want to do that to your juniors? You know how it's like, so don't continue that. So,
Absolutely. So it should be, तुम्हारे seniors ने क्या किया था? No, you should not have also done that and not even, uh, had it on yourself. So
exactly.
it should be rooted right from the beginning.
Correct.
Okay. So, ma'am, can you tell me that what is the mindset of these particular bullies? Are there any thing that contributes to such type of behavior or something like that?
So, as I mentioned, there's always individual differences, but there is also this research when it comes to psychology that says um, if a person who has been bullied previously may try to take that route as well, if they have not processed their emotions, if they've not processed that particular trauma, they may also be they may also want to take on to the same actions that were done to them. So I think that could be one of the things. Of course, there are a lot of contributing factors to it, but this could be one of the things that could lead to bullying. Yeah.
Yes, that is very true. And at our institute also, we highly condemn all these actions, as we also have the anti-ragging committee. So apart from this particular committee working against the ragging, what all other methods that can be applied to ensure that these type of things can never happen and will not be happen? Even if it happens, it will not be supported at any costs.
So I think a few things that are very commonly done by institutes is what I've personally also seen is number one, your results could be held off. You may not get your results. You could be completely debarred from the institute. You could be thrown out of the institute. There are definitely uh, there are financial fines or penalties that are levied onto the individual engaging in such activities. I think back in the day when I was in the hostel setup, and specifically in the hostel setup because it's all the more
Mhm.
uh, the possibility of this behavior in a hostel setup is comparatively higher. This is out of just what I think. I don't have any research to support this, but one thing that we were made to do was we signed an affidavit which stated that if at all we are caught engaging in such activity, we would be having some leverage to it. We will have some fine, some penalty, and the parents were also expected to sign on that affidavit, and it was submitted to the institute.
Yes,
So
yes,
I
ma'am.
think that was something that was great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even in our institute also, we were made to sign such type of affidavits. And yes, that practice is still continued. And ma'am, like as you have already mentioned that these are the very big issues which were prevailing in the society, and even government have took action, and it had passed a law under the Prohibition of Ragging Act 2011. So what all other types of laws can be used in this particular situation?
So I think there was a committee that was made back in 2006, which was basically made to research about what is ragging, how often does it happen, where does it exactly happen, what are the reasons, what are the consequences. So there are definitely committees out there in our government system who is looking after this. So even though there is the thing that who's gonna know, but no, people are going to know. People are out there who are specifically allotted to understand that why this particular thing is happening, because these are young minds of our nations, right? We cannot afford these minds to be traumatized like this because of something funny for a momentary laughter. So there are definitely laws out there protecting our young minds. So
That is very true. That is very true. So yeah, so far as I understand, if you want to actually create an impact on somebody, you have to actually help them positively rather than just bullying or getting into such type of stuff. So, ma'am, can you just leave me one last message for the future generations? Like we are as managers, we would be also facing some type of issues. So we would always want to have this particular positive impact on the individuals that will actually make them think that yes, we are actually cool. What is that message would you like to give?
I think one of the most important messages that ragging, bullying is not cool. No matter who is telling you, no matter from where you are hearing this, no matter how much of a peer pressure you are suffering through, no, it is just not cool. It is not worth the trauma that you are going to inflict on another person. For you, you may get that instant gratification of a laughter, but it's not worth it. You never know, maybe the other person is going to take years to get over that one incident, right? especially in the social media, like we spoke about Three Idiots, we spoke about Munna Bhai. In Three Idiots, we saw that how Rancho outsmarted his seniors, and he was like, okay, he got away from that particular incident. But did we actually dive deep into what Raju must be going through? Did we actually dive deep into what Chatur must be going through? No, we don't know what timid personalities like them must have experienced out of that incident. So it's not just the cool side. Also try to understand the flip side of it.
Very.
So, and I think I would like to encourage that if possible, I would like to give a trigger warning for this movie because it is a little heavy to watch. But if possible, you can watch a movie called Table Number 21. It is a Bollywood movie,
Yeah.
and it shows you the stark reality of how somebody years after they have experienced that trauma, they are still not able to get over it. It was so scary for them. So anytime such thought crosses your mind, look at that movie and maybe it will send shivers down your spine. So yeah. And lastly, I would also like to add, because this is something that is going to reach the masses, if at any point in time you feel that you are experiencing any such symptoms, like the ones that I mentioned, psychological, cognitive, physiological, anything like that, try to reach out to the professional, because the root causes may be very different. So we can definitely work out on the root cause, and we can try to get over those particular symptoms.
Um, Thank you so much for your insights. And, yeah, that was really helpful and really insightful on how to actually have dealing with this country, these type of situations, and it will always help us as well as the students to grow more in their life. So thank you so much, ma'am, for having us.
Thank you so much for having me.